What's up, guys? So I'm going to analyze 10 more TikTok videos. These are TikTok ads for TikTok shop. I got them from Callow Data. So I have 3 different niches. We got beauty, supplements, and pet. These are all winning ads. So let's just get straight into it. We got beauty and personal care. This is the revenue. The angle is understated social proof, hook type, contrarian opinion. I'm not surprised. To me, that's like a reaction, like a reactionary comment. Sophisticated, yeah, definitely a mature category. They know what's going on as far as beauty products most of the time, but especially for this product, I guess. So, which means we need to have a new mechanism to work. So, not just the generic mechanisms that everyone's heard. We need to have something new that sounds a little more sophisticated, and then they're solution aware, so they know of other alternatives and whatnot. So they know the problem, they know the solutions, and they're kind of deciding which solution to go with, which one's for them. So let's watch.
This is why you always read the reviews when you're buying another Korean skincare product.
Okay, so I'm so pissed. That's a reaction. And then leading with the beginning of the story, which is, this is why you don't do this, right? So she's already hinting that something bad is going to be, she's going to show you something bad, like some product it's going to be like funny or help you so you don't make the same mistake, right? And then she has a prop. We got visuals going on that just grabs your attention. And then the way she says it with like an attitude, it doesn't feel like an ad at all. It just sounds like she's reacting to something and she wanted to share, just to make people laugh or to help people out and grow her account, right? And then by mentioning Korean, there's a lot of like Korean beauty stuff from what I've seen. So saying that automatically sounds a little more like relatable to this niche, like they've heard it before, and also just might trigger Korean people in general. So you're grabbing a lot of attention in a lot of different ways.
Because I bought that viral filler in a...
Okay, so saying viral means that it already has social proof, right? Plus the pictures. So two types of proof saying that this thing is viral and that a lot of people have bought it.
Got scammed. And not because of 5%.
Okay, saying you got scammed is always a good way to grab attention. So she's keeping the curiosity loops going by saying, you know, don't buy this. I got this viral thing. So already you're like, what did she get? You're like, why is it viral? And then why did you get scammed? So that's 3 in a row. Boom, boom, boom. And then on top of that, she has engagement loops going on. So that's all the visuals and the way she's talking. So you're like seeing pop-ups, and then you're seeing her holding things with her hands. There's never just her talking to the camera.
And why you fill in helped my hollow ass.
Look, putting her glasses up, putting them back down, showing another overlay. Just keep in mind that throughout this entire thing, there's going to be tons of visuals to keep you engaged. That's called engagement loops. That's what I call them. So reasons to be like, wait, what was that? What was that?
Your eyes? No, it's not even because my husband said I look like I did when we first met, because my nasolabial folds are no longer drooping. I got scammed.
Okay, she's talking about scientific, whatever this was called, this scientific term she brought up makes it seem like she's legit, like she knows what she's talking about. So she has the authority to talk about it to some capacity. And then saying that she just snuck in like a little compliment her husband gave her with a picture. So that just subconsciously you're like, oh, she was getting compliments. And they're like legit, like you just believe it. By mentioning, it's also really good to just mention spouses as often as possible, because people just really feel like it's real. And they like hearing like the drama, the tea about it. Okay, so it's almost like you have to do like a simple little math problem. I bought this, and then they decided to put it together. So just, you're not necessarily, you're a little curious, but you're more engaged. You're just like, okay, where's she going with this? Like, is that why she got scammed? So she still hasn't said why she got scammed.
5 anti-aging products and then drop the price. I will say I would have spent hundreds on this one alone.
Okay, so again, the visuals, just keep in mind, what you can do, like if you're gonna make an ad like this, is think of like 5 different ways you can show that one product where it's visually like satisfying or engaging. So that's one, squeezing it or letting it drip out. Another one is just holding it straight to the camera. Another one can be sliding it forward on the table. Like there's all types of things you could do, but you want to mix it up so it's not the same every time.
One of the vampire blood, just correct me if I'm right, but this is turned.
And then using stuff like vampire blood, or saying, you know, it looks like syrup, you know, mentioning things that everybody knows so they can relate, and it kind of clicks for them a lot easier, because you want this to feel so easy to go through, where they're just like going with the flow like a lazy river, right? So just saying things like that lets the audience stay engaged and like feel like they're understanding everything that's going on by hearing those things that makes them feel like they're on the same page as you. See, calling it juicy, or like, you immediately know what that's like in your head. So whatever juicy means to you, you're like, okay, that's something I definitely want that to be, is juicy. So just those words really paint a picture for the audience. It lets them like picture them using it themselves.
Pro tip, you're gonna put these on your smile lines and your 11s to really lock in that volufilant. We're not done.
Okay, again, mentioning these words that maybe they've heard it, maybe they haven't. Just using these scientific words to make it sound like it's not just generic advice that you're gonna scroll away from. You're kind of like, okay, what is that? Or you know it and you're like, yeah, that's legit.
We have the triple collagen toner and the cream. It's going to give us the most hydrated, juicy, plump look. Now you can go out and grab
hydrated, juicy, plump. Those words are powerful. Using as many powerful words as you can. Like if you look at your script and you're kind of like, it works really well. Like how weak is that compared to juicy, plump, you know, whatever she said. Those words are way better. They're way more, they just describe it so much better.
These all up separately.
So mentioning that it's expensive, but like it's obvious that it's worth it to her. So you're kind of like, oh, okay, like you relate to her, the audience relates to her in a way that's like, okay, yeah, I'm like her. I don't like to just spend money on stuff that's overpriced, but also if it's worth it, it's worth it. Like if it's worth it, I'll pay for it if it does what I need it to do. So that's how she kind of appeals to the audience in a way that's like, I'm just like you. I'm not telling you to buy something that's overpriced. I'm telling you to buy something that's worth it and that gets results, and then locks it in again with more testimonials, right? Proof.
Not the fake beauty influencer. This one right here, she's 50. Now I will say this bundle has already sold out, and with it being on a huge, I can't promise it'll still be in stock by the time you're seeing this. So if there happens to be a link above my name,
okay, and then there's the urgency, whether that's real or not. You gotta have some kind of urgency. Obviously this one worked. Just saying that it's going to sell out will work sometimes.
I would say you're in luck because this one is going so fast.
All right, there's another one, beauty. So age targeted problem solution, 30 plus, and you're going to need potent actives. This is a demographic call out. Yeah, almost 40. So calling out 40-year-olds or after 30. Sophistication, I think it's still 4. So yeah, the mature skin market, they pretty much heard a lot of things, I'm sure. So awareness level is problem or solution aware. Problem to solution aware, so both, right? Let's see. Thanks to Korean boob filler. So funny name, that just helps immediately. Saying Korean, mentioning any group of people, but I believe Korean, there's a lot of Korean products. I think that's either a thing in general or they're targeting Koreans, I'm not sure. But I think, I haven't done my research on this specific niche, but if it is, I think they just do this to grab attention and make it seem more legit. But yeah, suddenly I look 20 again at almost 40. See how simple that is? Thanks to this. That's a super good hook text overlay because it tells you who we're talking about, which is her. It tells you what happened, the result they got, and then it tells you what got them the result, but it doesn't say how. So for this sophistication level, they're going to want to know how, definitely, because they've heard a lot of other things. They're like, okay, prove it.
Really don't.
Okay, and then already the hook where she's talking before she turns the camera to herself. So it already feels organic. It's just like she's in her car using her phone to record herself. So it feels very organic. It doesn't feel like an ad already. The audience just wants to give it a chance because they're like, okay, they're obviously selling something, but this looks entertaining. Like she's definitely going to share a strong opinion. That's what you feel like is coming.
It's not. It's actually volofulin. I'm going to explain to you as a nurse.
Okay, so if you're making AI stuff, you want it to look like this. Like, this isn't AI, but if you wanted to make stuff like with AI UGC, this is how you stay off the radar, like, so you don't look like you're using AI. So you see how she like pulls the phone away, she like tilts her head, leans forward, takes her glasses off. So just like all the other videos, a lot of engagement loops. So she's like saying something, leaning in, leaning back, so you're kind of following her. It's not just her sitting there straight and talking, which is like boring, right? You're gonna get bored and just scroll away. She's moving around a lot, you know, and has props, which is her glasses. She has the product. So let's see what else she does.
Velofulline is a
Look, I mean, look how close she's zooming in and out. It just feels very organic. Feels like this person's being authentic. I want to keep watching. And then she's mentioning volifila, whatever she's saying. That's the mechanism most people haven't heard, so I believe.
You're fat.
Oh yeah, so that's definitely the mechanism, the new mechanism. So yeah, and then she has like a little screenshot. These screenshots go a long way because people just they want the proof without actually doing the research to find the proof. They want you to just lay it out there, so they're just gonna trust it straight up.
Cells to mature them and make them bigger. But you've seen this insane transformations of women and their huge lips because they
Okay, huge lips. Like just the way she said it, it wasn't with huge lips. That's boring. She's like huge lips. Like that's how you would tell your friend. So that those cues make you feel like, okay, this is a friend. This isn't someone selling. And then obviously the testimonials and stuff, the proof, those are great. But I just think things like that go a long way. Like dragging a word out or exaggerating a word. Make sure that you don't sound like AI. That's something you could do if you're doing AI UGC, if you want to go that route. But on the other hand, it's very authentic. Comes off very authentic.
don't know how to use it. Women, especially born before the 2000s, sit in the air.
Okay, there's another call out just to make sure. She looks pretty young. I don't know if she's 40s, but probably 30s.
The only thing I changed is
Okay, so just more prop use, engagement loops. This, just to keep you engaged. And obviously mention the problems.
the way I apply it because I saw this girl here showing her finger. I don't want that to happen to me.
And then it also just makes, by showing that like how she's applying it, it makes it look like you do this, and you're done. Like in a 20 seconds or something, or 10 seconds. So subconsciously you're telling the audience that it's so easy to do, which is part of, doing $100 million offer. It needs to be easy, high chance that it's going to work, a dream outcome, and fast. So that's one of them, just making sure it's fast.
Literally, her finger
And
got
easy.
so big from applying this with her hand. So of course, Medicube had to put it all in a freaking stick. It's not.
And she's mentioning another viral video, just more social proof there. She's loading it up with social proof, along with these engagement loops, along with that underlying script. That's like the foundation, the script. But then you bring that script to life with these engagement loops, even curiosity loops, social proof. So remember, the sophistication level is like 3 or 4. I believe it's 4. So when you get to that level, social proof, all social proofs aren't built the same. So if you just only talk about yourself and then you could say like a friend also used it, that's okay. But like if you're showing viral videos, that social proof goes a lot further, right? Or saying, hey, my mom did it and she's even older and look at this, how she changed, right? So you got to make sure that the proof also matches the sophistication level, because